I really hate to be a conspiracy theorist when it comes to Gypsy Rose Blanchard's baby, but after reading some documents, I am almost convinced that there is in fact not a baby, and I'm going to explain why. Really quick, before I show you what I'm about to show you, I want to show you this from ChatGPT. I asked it if in Louisiana, can a judge ignore a pregnancy during the process of a divorce? And if they can they later modify it after the fact when the baby is born? And it says, no, a Louisiana judge should not ignore a known pregnancy during a divorce proceeding. And yes, if it was ignored or not addressed, the final divorce decree can and must be modified later to protect the child's rights. Plain explanation, Louisiana law presumes the husband is the father of the child conceived during the marriage. Courts are required to protect the rights of children, including unborn children. A judge may still finalize the divorce itself, but child-related issues must be addressed later once the child is born. If the decree says no children because the child wasn't born yet, that does not prevent later modification. Bottom line, pregnancy cannot be legally ignored forever. If it wasn't properly handled during the divorce, the decree must be amended after birth to include paternity, support, and custody. Okay, now I'm going to show you the most recent document that establishes their divorce. Now, this is the actual final degree of the divorce for Gypsy and Ryan. And you can see there, it was on December 10th of 2024. And up above me, right up here above my head for, I believe, Ryan, if I can read that correctly right now because it's so small, it says children, checked off, none. Down below, it says Gypsy Rose Anderson right above my head, and it says that she has no children, checked off. Now, one more thing. Okay, so behind me is basically, I'm assuming like court minutes, if that's how you want to word it. I don't know the legal terms, but remember the date that was on the previous paper that I showed you. It was December something of 2024. Now, if you look at the highlighted part, now this paper is from that document that I showed you previously. It says that there were no minor children born of the time marriage. None were adopted and none are expected, meaning Gypsy was not pregnant. 2 weeks after that was when Gypsy supposedly had her baby. Why would that finalized document say that she was not expecting or had a baby? Why? Now, I am not denying that there is a baby around her or in her care or whatever, because we've all seen it. But what's going on? It's super suspicious. Is it because of their TV show and they wanted more views, but with a baby it would be better? I'm really confused because I've always been on the other side of the fence. I was fully convinced that, there was a baby, whatever, it is what it is. But after reading all this and seeing this, and shout out to Trixie Lane on YT because she explains it really well, probably better than me, but that's where I got all this information from, and it's really making me question the fact, does Gypsy actually have a baby? And if she doesn't, that is absolutely insane. That is absolutely crazy. But if not, praise the Lord, because Gypsy doesn't need to be in the care or around a baby. She just doesn't. She doesn't need a baby. She needs to go get therapy. What do y'all think? Because I'm super confused.